With a new Premier League season arriving, that can only mean one thing.
Guess who's back?
It's time to resume our journey across the Premier League series, and we're going back up the alphabet to London.
Hey, we're in London, aren't we?
To talk about the new carriers of the West London Premier League baton, Brentford, and their ground, the Brentford Community Stadium. We can't talk about Brentford Stadium without mentioning one of England's most renowned stadiums, mainly because it had a pub on every corner, Griffin Park, which was Brentford's home for more than 100 years, opening in 1904. However, as you can see, the stadium was surrounded by houses, meaning it was practically impossible to further develop the stadium. Plans for the club to leave Griffin Park go as far back as 1973, with plans to build a new stadium at Brentford Market, but these plans were about as solid as a Scottish goalkeeper on the halfway line.
Unbelievable! That is bloody lovely.
It was in 2012 when things really started to kick off, when Brentford bought a 7.6 acre site next to Lionel Road, approximately a kilometre down the road from Griffin Park, for which the club aimed to build a new 20,000 seater stadium and for it to be completed by the 2016-17 season. The site for which the stadium was to be located on was very constrained and is basically boxed in on all three sides by railway lines, and this would have a profound impact on the design of the stadium. The boffins at AFL Architects would come up with a design that not only maximised seat capacity, but would allow for future expansion at a later date to accommodate for all the ex-Chelsea fans who were bored of being Man City supporters and fancied becoming Brentford fans. This design is seen in the shape of the stadium, with it being oddly shaped compared to conventional stadiums. The irregular hexagon shape of the stands meant it could fit in between the railway lines, which is impressive considering half the footprint of the stadium is taken up by the football pitch. For the Greta Thunbergs of the world, the stadium is one of the most sustainable grounds in the Premier League, utilising rainwater harvesting and solar panels on the roof, as well as significant reductions in building materials compared to initial designs for the stadium. All these factors meant that the ground earned a BREEAM stamp of approval on sustainability, whatever that is.
How dare you!
With Brentford building their new stadium, it meant it was the perfect opportunity for London Irish Rugby Club to slide into Brentford's DMs about becoming housemates at their new home, who for the past 20 years, despite their name, were not even based in London, playing their games at Reading's Madejski Stadium. After a few dates and wooing them with their impressive physique, London Irish would move into the stadium, meaning the ground is also designed to cater for rugby as well as football. But as you can probably tell, the colour schemes for both teams are wildly different, which would be rather awkward for London Irish, who were trying to impress the rugby mates with their new home if they had red seats all around the stadium. The solution was not to make the colour of the seats club specific, but to create an illusion of a stadium at full capacity instead. Manchester City, take note. However, despite the seat colours, the use of red and hexagons, referring to bees in case you didn't realise, make sure that it's Brentford Stadium at heart. Construction on the stadium started in March 2017, with the stadium being completed 3 years later, opening on the 1st of September 2020, having the name of the Brentford Community Stadium. But no doubt, it's only a matter of time before it gets called the Amazon Arena, although I'd much prefer the London Pride Stadium. Fullers, if you're watching, do everyone a favour. The first match at the stadium was a pre-season friendly between Brentford and Oxford United, with the game ending in a Desmond. With the stadium opening during COVID, it has mainly been vacant of fans. But as a new Premier League season starts, the Brentford diehards will be back to cheer on their team to hopefully put up a better performance this season than their brothers down the Thames. Overall, it is a unique and lovely stadium. It's just a shame they didn't bring the 4 pubs along with them, as saying your stadium has railway tracks on each corner of the stadium just doesn't have the same ring to it. Well, unless you like a good old bit of train spotting.
Choose life, choose a job, choose a career, choose a family, choose a fucking big television, choose washing machines, cars, compact displays and electrical tin openers.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and join us as we carry on our journey across the Premier League. Next up, we're back on track to talk about the team, which has an iconic song which fans love to sing in important moments of football matches. That's right, next time it's Leeds United and their ground of Ellen Road. This has been a civil conversation, and I will see you in the next video.